Today is February the 6th. It's my 80th birthday, and I should be celebrating, but you know what? I'm mourning. And you know why? Because Elon Musk, an unelected billionaire donor, has mounted a hostile takeover of the federal government. It's an astonishing display of corruption. A billionaire CEO who is not confirmed, who is accountable to no one, and who donated millions to Donald Trump's election campaign is now in charge of the Treasury Department's payment system. He's doing what Vulture Capitalists have done to American businesses across the country. They come in, do a hostile takeover, strip a company of its parts, and lay off a third of the hardworking people who make the company run. But you know what the difference is? This company is the United States of America. This company's, the parts that he's stripping out are our private information, and they're attempting to dismiss committed workers who make this country run, and they're ripping the American people off in the process, and Donald Trump is co-signing all of it. The richest man in the world now has access to the personal information and financial information of millions of Americans, including Social Security numbers and bank account details. This unprecedented breach of public trust puts countless Americans at risk of identity theft, financial fraud, and political retaliation. Handing over such sensitive information to a reckless billionaire with a history of self-serving business dealings and foreign interests is not irresponsible. It is dangerous. He is attempting to dismantle the systems within the federal government for several reasons. First, contrary to image he has worked to cultivate, he is not a competent manager. He does not understand how many government organizations function or the important role they play in supporting the United States and its citizens. Rather than learn, he is choosing to break them like a frustrated and impatient child. Second, he sees an opportunity to make more money. His companies already receive billions in government contracts by taking control of key parts of the federal system. He can steer more taxpayer money into his pockets. Last is ideological. He was born and raised in South Africa under the apartheid system, and he is a white supremacist. He elevates the opinions of neo-Nazis on his social media platform. He proudly gave a Nazi salute to a rally earlier this year. He does not want the government to work for or answer to anyone who is not a straight, rich, white man. Since the moment my office opened Monday morning and continuing, my constituents have been calling my office understandably furious at this naked display of corruption. And I share in their outrage. This is an outrageous thing we are witnessing. My congressional colleagues and I have been in discussion over the past few days about what we can do to fight back, and I'm fully committed to using every tool at my disposal to resist this egregious, un-American, and unconstitutional outreach. To those listening, call your reps and tell them how you feel about this out-of-touch billionaire reaching his hands into your private information. To the civil servant employees who work every day to make government running, I ask you to stand your ground. Tell those minions of the unelected billionaire donor that you don't work for them, you work for American people. When they demand access, tell them no. And when they tell you you're dismissed, tell them to speak to your union rep, because you're not leaving until you hear from them. Stand up, American people. Stand up for your families and stand up for and protect your rights. And to my Republican colleagues, aren't there at least 3 who believe in America? I yield back.